Well guys, here we are. It's the beginning of the end. I'm running out of post-game. Man, this game's post-game is about as long as Xenoblade Chronicles X. But I still have some more people to talk to in Snowden, as I progress slowly towards the beginning of the game. I don't want to talk to this shopkeeper a whole bunch because it's kind of the generic what happened, flash of light thing. Oh, a human did it? But she has important information about the ruins. All of a sudden they just opened up on their own. And they were opened from inside. Apparently Toriel was living in there. Like, no one figured this out. The queen just suddenly goes missing and no one saw where she went. She must have some ninja skills. But that's all I want to talk to her about. The inn is just like, hey, you can't nap here anymore. I don't really need the extra HP anyway. No, they're perfectly normal. You're the person with the problem. Yeah, he's not fond of the giant amalgamates. And also, we gotta take care of this. Yeah, this is a little strange. Are you sure about that? Because I'm talking like slavery thing. This does bring some political issues up, though. Oh, it's been her younger brother the entire time. Oh, yeah, you're just saying that over again. I thought you had something else to say at me. You could continue walking your pet brother in one space. You're not going anywhere. It's time to show the humans about their presence under the tree tradition. Yeah, actually, you'd be shocked to know the truth. That there's 2 Santa Clauses. That means twice as many presents. Yeah! And Monster Kid here. Yeah, what's up, buddy? I'd fist bump, but yeah, you know. Undyne isn't really as cool to him now. She's kind of mean, and she suplexes rocks. It makes no sense. It's like he grew up a little bit, and he found someone way cooler. Oh no! He's changed loyalties. He is now part of the Papyrus fan club. I need to learn more about politics. Dr. Alphys finally told the king and queen about the stuff she did. The king was so sorry and gave her a big hug. Toriel fired her. Well, at least she has a lot of time to watch animes now. Oh well, there wasn't much call for royal scientists on the surface anyway. At least Politics Bear will have lots to talk about with human political issues. They're crazy about that kind of stuff. And I want to check out Grillby's for a little bit. I wonder if he heard the good news. Oh, thank you. You're a man of few words. Speaking of words, the duck was usually speaking for him. It is a brand new world to explore. Tons of bars to hang out in, and you don't have to translate for the barkeep. He was just making up what he was saying anyway. I wonder if Grillby was okay with that. I guess so. He kept polishing that glass for like, I don't know, how many days now? And this guy, he wanted to catch some girls on his line. But he didn't really accomplish anything. Why? I think that would work. Actually, I would use one of those guns that shoot giant bola nets. That will really catch them. Wait, why did you say that? I don't even know what the heck that means. I went over to the fishing rod, there's nothing there. It just says, never mind, guys. It was a waste of my time. But I'm going to end more of my sentences with somewhere you hear a whinny of dismay. Just to let you know. And it finally won poker against itself. Good job, dog. Maybe you should invite all the other dogs next time. So that's it for Snowden. Oh, wait, no, it's not that's it for Snowden. I need to go somewhere. I need to meet someone very, very important. He just recently had a holiday that was ruined by Flowey. You know the man I'm talking about. Or more accurately, the deer. He just reminisce about how Papyrus is going to use a really mean trap. But then he thought against it. And actually, if you call Papyrus before you befriend Undyne and you're going through the areas, Papyrus actually reveals this bridge is actually a natural rock formation. He just painted it like a bridge and put ropes here. That silly skeleton. I don't know what to do with him. Probably send him to the surface. Oh, and by the way, just so you know, there are still Snowpuffs here, and they are still Snowpuffs. This one is also a Snowpuff. I'm gonna bring a Snowpuff with me and bring it to the surface. That sounds like a great idea. This is the man everybody wanted to see. Gift Trot! Yeah! Everyone's leaving. Are you going with them? Looks like Gift Trot has had enough with social interaction for one holiday. He heard that humans also have a decorating the tree holiday, and he doesn't want none of that. You would think monster teenagers are bad, just think about the humankind. And this store. This store right here is still closed. The way you open this store is something doing with the credits. And there's a very special person behind that door. I don't know if I want to show it off yet. Actually, the thing in the credits to unlock that door is actually pretty hard. Maybe I'll just find a way to save my way in. I didn't even know that was a thing, but apparently it is a thing. Yep, you can fall off the ledge, like right around here. But I still have some more stuff to do. I have to go to the ruins. But I might as well go through a bit more of these text messages from Toriel. Oh, she has something for us. What is it? Wow. That's great, Toriel. That's fantastic. I love it. I can't get my brain about making ASCII art. It's like some kind of wizard power. And I was talking instead of checking text messages. It's like Undyne and Papyrus want to cook something together with Toriel. Well, at least they have a competent head chef. I'm excited! Maybe they could make something edible between the three of them. And not be snail-related. Please don't be snail-related. Please don't send me puns! Uninvite! Block! Delete! Okay, whatever you say there, Dreamer. Dreamer Mom. That's not the Snowdrake that's around here. In fact, there is an Amalgamate hanging around here. There's the one that was just called Amalgamate, that was Snowdrake's mom. You can find her being a happy family again. Yes, she is. Thank you for noticing. I'm sure that she wouldn't win that bet. Oh. Well, I'm making a new bet. I bet she can't put everybody down again. Yeah, let's see her win that one. I just need to clear this up. Just for archaeologists that are coming through to learn about monster culture. Just to give them a little bit of a help with the puzzles. There you go. Now if any Lamesa Kasugis come through, they know where the switch is. That is my present to you guys, the adventuring community. Oh, and this mouse. It got a hold of this lukewarm spaghetti. But it just kinda gave up. Wow, Papyrus. At least that mouse is still alive after that. Oh, good. She knows many things about the human world, and they're all true. Looks like Toriel knows more about humans than even Alphys. Maybe she should educate her. No. I was more messing with Undyne in that regard. It's okay. She just watches animes. Nah, I don't believe that. That's a bunch of hooey. Actually, you'd be wrong. You would be very wrong, Toriel. And I guess I am kinda healthy. I had some medical issues, but they're okay now. Oh no, that's the end of the Toriel phone calls. She's gonna be spending more time with my friends. Oh, this is a bad idea. Do not let your mom be alone with your friends. She will do things that embarrass you. Also, we're playing Snowball one last time. Might as well. We're here. And I think I'm close to the Snowdrake family too, so maybe I should spend a little bit of time, check those guys out, see how they're doing. I don't know how close we are. Hey, I got the blue one. Didn't I get the blue one before? Oh well, that was the ballet shoes flag. I think when you get all of the flags by doing different playstyles, it gives you the red flag. And then it tells you all about the different colors. Pretty sure. Yeah, I don't think I'm anywhere close to the Snowdrake family. All you have to know is that their family's a lot bigger now, because their mother is like 16 people. It's time for us to head to the ruins, though. To the very beginning of the ruins, actually. But I have one little stop to do. I'll see you on the way there. I'm going to teleport there. So, we're back here. It's Toriel's house. What am I doing here? Well, two things. I just remembered the snowman. Yeah, he wanted us to bring his piece to the ending. And I'm going above and beyond the Call of Duty at this point. And there's a mirror here. Remember how it usually says, "It's still you"? Well, now it mentions our name as well. It's still just Frisk. It's always been Frisk. I've just been controlling Frisk. Like some kind of, mind control chocobo. I'm like part chocobo and part human. But it's the ruins now. There's only one thing to see in the ruins, really. There is another one. I'll speak about that for a little bit. There is a frogget. Remember that room full of froggets? Well, they said there's only three froggets in the room, but if you remember, I only saw 2 froggets. The reason is that there's one frogget in that room that tells you about skipping dialogue. And if at any point you skip the dialogue for that frog, he doesn't show up. But here in the ending, the post-ending, he finally does show up. And his reaction kind of changes. Because he's a little bit of a slow talker. Because we have now time to listen. Yep, this is the skipping dialogue frog. I'm not going to press X though. I'm too nice for that. I'm too passive. Yes, thank you, frog. If you do press X, he says, you never learned a thing, did you? Well, it's time for me to head to the B&E now. Why am I doing this? I don't know yet. I'll figure it out when I get there. And here we are, you guys. Back where it all started. Back where I was being clumsy. But there's someone else here now. It's Azrael. Hey, he's not a flower yet. I am kind of worried about you. You said you were going to turn into a flower and become a jerk. He has to take care of these flowers now. Just like what Asgore said. I don't want to leave you alone. Come on back with us. We can't have an ending without you. Can't do it, though. Come on. Come on. Come on. Do I have to scratch you behind the ear? Will that get you going? He doesn't want to end up breaking their hearts again. And go, hey, I'm Azrael, but I'm not going to be Azrael for much longer. So just take it in. Just better that they never knew he existed. Or re-existed. I really want to convince you to come with me. The world needs something as adorable as you. Yeah, I guess that could work. That's a very good question. I guess I just was looking for adventure and I found it. Everyone knows the legend of the mountain. They're said to disappear. Would that mean that, Frisk wanted himself to disappear for some reason? Maybe the fact he was left without a family somehow? Why would he ever climb a mountain like that? It's starting to get existential. Why does anybody climb mountains? Maybe it was fate. We are the Angel of Salvation, after all. Just like in the old legends. Yeah, let's not get into that any further. Only Frisk knows the true answer to this. And maybe Toby. So it's, back to me again, huh? Or at least this other me. He wasn't very happy. Okay, we are talking about a completely different AC, right? Maybe Azrael still has his save powers. He's seeing into a universe that maybe that AC wasn't all that great. Maybe that other AC couldn't take with phone calls during his Let's Plays anymore. Huh? Maybe about that. Because that gets my blood up. Especially during this tender moment. But I am different than that other AC. I have to suppress that anger. Turn it into pacifism instead. Even though we do dress the same. AC wasn't exactly a great person. He was a pretty good chocobo, though. But Frisk, he's an excellent friend. Maybe he was just projecting a little bit onto AC. Yeah, you did. Very weird things. Very disturbing things. Let's not talk about that right now. You're not a flower. Ah, this scene. Back when they became a Super Azrael. The control of their body was split between them. It was AC that picked up their own body and carried it to the village. And then he wanted to use the full power. So he wanted to destroy his own village. What was that about? This guy has some issues. I'm glad he's no longer present. That's how we ended up being a flower, because his dust got scattered onto a golden flower, and that's where his essence was. Then all the powers of all the souls brought him back. It wasn't your fault at all, is it? But he did adopt a horrible view of the world. Kill or be killed. Thanks to the fact that he actually got killed by not killing anyone. Ultimately, it was really the humans' fault. They shouldn't have jumped to conclusions. He doesn't regret that decision anymore. He did the right thing, resisting that other AC, the evil AC. If he killed all those humans, it would have just started another war. And you know what would have happened with the monsters then? They probably would have gotten annihilated. And in the end, everyone went free. Even Azrael in his own special way, he's free now. He's just not free to be with his family, which kind of stinks. It wasn't perfect, but, it worked. It worked in a way. We should be happy about this overall. Oh, now you bring the mood back down again. Azrael, we need to talk about this downer stuff. That is besides the point. It's time to go and be with our friends now. Okay, I'll think of it as that jerk Flowey. I hate that guy. I want to tear his petals off. That's a little bit violent, but that's just how I feel. I'll just remember you as the cute little friend that Flowey became when he realized his errors. The world is not nice out there. I'll have to remind all those other monsters too, that some humans may not be too receptive about that whole monster thing. There's a whole bunch of Flowies out there. Everything can't be resolved by being passive either. So that means I'm going to have to kill a few people eventually. Alright, then maybe I'll just have to stage some accidents and, well, less said about that, the better. Alright, you got anything else for me? Offensive much. You have a snarky side to you. I like that. I like that. So that was Azrael, everyone. Actually, this right here is pretty much Flowey's catchphrase. If you get on Flowey's bad side by messing with them, that's exactly what he says. Especially if you, beat his boss fight so many times. He'll actually say that. Someone was actually upset that I was talking over that little scene with the final boss afterwards when we were talking with Azrael, and I made some jokes and he got offended of it. Now, the reason why I was cracking jokes is because I just didn't feel that ending like I felt Mother 3's ending. You know, well, spoiler alert. Just, if you haven't seen Mother 3, or you haven't seen my Let's Play of it, Klaus kind of reveals that everything's going to be okay, he's going to be alive, the game's going to end on a happy note in a way, and then all of a sudden he nukes himself. And that just hit me right in the feels. The fact that he was present for like half the game and everybody thought he was dead kind of added to the situation. Azrael was kind of sprung on us. We didn't get to understand him too much. He was adorable, but that's about it. The fact that he just goes ahead and says, yeah, by the way, I'm not coming back. I'm kind of pretty much screwed here. I just couldn't feel it as much. Getting jerked around like it was in Mother 3 is what set me off and got me really emotional. That's all I have to say about that. Speaking of emotional, how about we get this ending underway, huh? I'll see you in a little bit. Between the two parts of this video, I actually noticed I got some interest on my Arizona Chronicles idea. So I decided I was going to go through a little bit of detail since, you know, we really only have the credits left and all that. So, I already mentioned that he's supposed to be like an Indiana Jones, Lameza Kasugi type of character. Obviously, his initials are AC, and I mentioned about it being in Waterfall. He's investigating some ruins, and you run across them. There's like a little sign there. I think I would like the sign to say that it's the release date of Lama Lana, the first Lama Lana, back in 2005. Discovered on whatever date that was. I can't remember the date right now. So actually you have to mess around with your system calendar to actually do it. But he drags you along as an intern as a promise to share some of the treasure that he finds. And when you enter the ruins, the first thing you run across is a big swarm of bats. And of course, since he's basically a reference to my stuff, he'd be like, I hate bats! Slay the bats! And then he actually uses you as a literal human shield and tries to kill the bats. Which triggers like the Undying Spears or Hotlands Laser kind of event where there's no monster, but you still have the avoidance box. And you have to avoid the bats that are just like moving around slightly, the whip that comes out from the bottom of the screen, and the bat parts that fall apart. After completing that, you run across something called the Hero's Bat, and it's held by a statue of a very familiar looking kid in a striped shirt. Obviously, that's not a reference to anything. Then after that room, you'll go to a place that's guarded by magical arrows, and he actually steps on a plate in the floor and arrows start firing at him. That triggers another event like the last one, except you actually have to take damage. You have to get between a little like exclamation point that appears on the screen and a white heart in the middle, which indicates that's a monster heart, a monster soul. And you have to take the arrows for him. Fortunately, being a human, you only take 1 point of damage, but he'll take like 25. And he only has like 250 HP to work with. It'll appear like how you hit monsters during some of the boss battles. They'll just appear in like some of the black parts. I don't know all the details, I just know some details. And that puzzle will lead to a familiar looking gem that kind of looks like a rupee. Between that, you'll find a little determination save point thing, but it's green. And it says something about filling you with adventure. And it not only heals up your HP, but it also heals up ACs as well. But it doesn't save your game though, because it's not determined. And then the final room. There's a third room in this that holds the treasure called the Sacred Curry. And of course he grabs that greedily and he activates a boulder trap. So then you have to run through all of the rooms with a boulder chasing you. And if it touches you, it starts an event where you have to avoid some bouncing rocks. But if it touches him, it does like 125 damage. And he kind of lags behind when he's running, so you're both running together. Kind of like with you and Toriel moving on the screen. You actually have to get up behind him and push him along when he gets too close to the boulder. Obviously, you don't want him to die, because you get some good rewards out of it. If he's still alive, he commends you for your actions and your adventure, but he can't let you have a share of the treasure. It just isn't adventurous, he'll say. And then he'll start a battle with you, using bullet patterns taken from the other events in the game. The other events during the thing. You'll have like the whip going at you, you'll have boulders bouncing across the screen, you'll have arrows shooting at you, kind of that kind of thing. And there's like several ways you could go about it. You could end up killing him, like in Genocide. You could just spare him by distracting him and eating the curry. Or you could just like avoid the battle outright by letting him die sometime during the adventure. And you'll get some items, like you'll get a whip that'll allow you to get gold by using the fight button, or you'll get another whip that will allow you to heal yourself when you spare monsters, that kind of thing. I could go on and on about this, but I'm back here at the ending already. Just want to point out that Undyne's letter, this thing that started the whole ordeal, the whole True Pacifist thing, you could actually lose that letter. And if you go back to her, she says, "Hey, I just wrote a better letter anyway." So she gives you that one. If you try getting rid of that one, it'll say the letter is too powerful to throw away. So, that happens. Toby thought of everything. But here it is, though. The end. Brace yourself. We have absolutely nothing left. We went through the game and the post-game. Our adventure will really be over. The friends will follow us out of the underground, and I'm ready for that. The better question is humanity ready for the monsters? Here we are, guys! Welcome to the surface. It's okay, I guess. At least Toriel has a level head about all this. You need to start thinking for the monster's future. It's the beginning of a bright new future for monsters. I hope humanity is ready. Because, yeah, I still have some doubts in my mind about how it's gonna work out. That will keep the humans from getting out of hand. I could be the ambassador for the monsters. I could vouch for them. And if I say no, they'll hire Papyrus to be the ambassador. I'm the much better option here. I know things about humans. And the great Papyrus can be the best mascot. Okay, you go do that. By that I mean, no, don't do that. Hey, Sans, you go ahead and do that. Wait, where are you going? Take care of your brother! Well, Sans just went back underground. He doesn't want anything to do with this. Undyne, you go and rein in Papyrus a little bit. And Elphys, I'm sorry to say this, but you're gonna have to go and rein in Undyne. I don't want to leave those two alone. Yep, they're gonna cause some problems. That is exactly what I was thinking too, Asgore. But I can't get myself away from the sunrise. Yeah, we need someone with a level head to go and handle the humans, so... Whoa! Toriel, what's with that look? Yours is a cold heart. I'm never going to get on your bad side. Indeed. Well, except for Sans. He's not about this whole new world thing. I guess he's just gonna go make some H-Dogs. Yeah, it's pretty cool, ain't it? I don't know. The game didn't really mention if Frisk has a place to go. Not even a village. We know so little about Frisk. So I'll make the decision for him. This changes the ending ever so slightly. But I'm gonna stay with these guys. These guys are some fun guys. Yeah, I know, I was working this entire time to get out of the underground and away from you guys, but... I changed my mind. And it's lucky I took so long, too. Look at all the friendship and freedom I've made. I don't really have any other place to go, so... Toriel's gonna take me in. She's gonna be my goat mom. And Asgore will be my goat dad. What a happy ending for everyone. Can't wait till the other monsters come out of here. They'll have to make a village on the surface. Wonder what they'll call it. Very Home? And now it's time for an Earthbound-like cast reel. We get to see all the monsters we've met through the game. And things have happened to them in positive and negative ways. The yellow words mean that something significant has changed them for the better. White means they really haven't learned much. Some of these are going to be white because I messed around with them during their battles and messed it up. But look, Napstablook is now a DJ. DJ Dapperblook! And Papyrus finally got his dream of driving a real car. Imagine how many accidents they caused. I'm sure they don't have their license. Now it's time for the Snowden enemies. The Snowden friends, I mean. Even Icecap has learned a thing or two. He's a fashion designer now. Gibtrot has loaned himself out as a Christmas display. He learned a thing or two about, you know, letting himself be used. Dagami and Dagaressa are now Nose Nuzzle Champions #1, because the other group kind of fell apart. And I'm glad that the dogs even found their own homes. I think it said Doggo found, like, a seeing eye dog. I have questions about that. And this area looks familiar. It looks like it came out of Mother 3 or Earthbound. Whoa! We just had some Undyne and Alphys action. She just crit herself with friendship. Okay, Undyne, you're paying for that sidewalk. Now it's time for the waterfall enemies. Aaron has been affected in a very profound way. He's now a paranormal investigator because of the spooky music. And Washua is a janitor because I let him clean me. And Temmie, of course, is always Temmie. Looks like Shiren is doing good for herself, too. I couldn't even read all of the name of that song, but whatever, it's time for the Mettaton Show! Guest starring Glam Burger Pants! He finally got a job as an actor, playing as Mettaton's faithful Indian friend. And Mettaton the Musical, based on a true story. Here's the Hotlands enemies! I'm pretty sure I got all the yellow names for these people. And, most planes. And ropes that are on fire. And spiders. It's a good thing Muffet's doing great for herself. And there's the Royal Guards, RGO1 and RGO2. No, I don't want to do that. I will not take your advice, thank you. And the ultimate enemies that live in the core. Looks like I'm never going to be buying glasses off of astigmatism. I'm good. Magic finally downgraded to a magician instead of just a wizard. And Night Knight's taking a nap. And thankfully the Amalgamates are now living with their families. Good for them. It looks like Asgard made good on his deal to make a bush out of Papyrus's head. Good for him. And Toriel finally got her dream of being a school teacher. Good for her too. It really suits her. And that was it. Mount Ebott has now gone quiet, in a very peaceful way. So, there's nothing more to say, really. It's time for the end. Here it comes. Very slowly. What was that? Where's my ending? Ezreal, what are you doing? I really thought it was for a while there. But it is. He's just joshing with us, don't worry about it. We have to do the special thanks. It's time for all the backers that gave money during the Kickstarter. And we're gonna have to avoid these names. Avoiding all of these names will unlock that mystery door in Snowden, the one that we visited next to Giftrod. But this thing is actually quite hard. I'm gonna try my best, but I have a feeling I'm gonna run across some things. Like, right there, see? I'm bad at this. It's terrible. These names are so long. They're unfair. It's like this is an Ultra Boss. All the backers are coming to harm me. Oh, and I hate this part too. Look at all these people that donated to the Kickstarter. My name's not in there. I was busy donating to La Milana at this time. I could have donated to Undertale as well, but I just didn't do it. This part's not too bad either. That's why I run right into names. I like the music too, though. It's very peaceful. That name just popped out of nowhere. Did you see that? That Kickstarter was a jerk. So is that one. All these yellow named Kickstarters are huge jerks. Like that guy. And that Zaus guy that I did not touch. He's still a jerk anyway. I don't even know who he is. I'm just calling him a jerk. I'm terrible at this. There's so many names. Why did so many people have to donate? I appreciate you guys donating and making Undertale a thing, but now your names are really difficult to dodge. Especially those long ones that just kind of area deny me. I don't like it. I don't like it. Make it end, please. It must end. That's it. I'm just touching everything. That's it. Yeah, now you're all on my Let's Play. That is my vengeance. These are all the people I touched. Make sure you thank them. Find out where they live. Now is it for Undertale. But some people have been asking me about another ending. Yes, there is another ending out there. It's called Genocide for some reason. I don't know what that's about. But we're going to have to, I'm going to have to lay it up here because I'm not determined enough to go through this game again. And it's a special ending. This is what happens when you stay. Toriel delivers you a piece of pie. Hopefully it doesn't have snails in it. But if you choose the not staying ending, all you do is get a family photo of all your friends. And if you play through True Pacifist again and go to Sansa's secret little thingy, you actually get a picture of Frisk with all of his friends. But back to the ending thing. I don't know if I could do that on my own. This other ending you speak of. I'm gonna put up a straw poll. See how it goes from there. Because, you know, humans are a lot more determined than just one little chocobo. Maybe we could go and do that ending together. You guys can show me how this genocide thing works. But for right now, Undertale is over. I'll see you in a few days or so. Look, Toby Fox has come to say goodbye. I've been ArmoredChocobo, and this has been Undertale. Good night, folks.